And the lowest point was most probably coming up to within the last 2 to 3 years.
It was when he'd had his thyroid removed and the hospital had got all the measures of the thyroxine wrong, and in fact he hadn't got any thyroxine in his body at all, so he had nothing. He was absolutely running on empty. And it was one New Year and one Christmas, and we sat here in the house with my family, and he just cried. And you know, I've never seen him cry in front of people other than me before. Just cried, broke down, and that New Year we went down to Dorset on holiday, and he couldn't get out of bed a couple of days, and I just said to him, you've got to change your life.
I was getting bigger and bigger, you know, but my blood pressure wasn't good. I knew my blood pressure wasn't good. My cholesterol was on the way up. That wasn't good. I was piling the pounds on, and I was trying everything in the book in order to avoid it. And it's like that. You lie to yourself all the time, and you get used to it. And because people around you love you, they don't want to upset you. So if they challenge you about it, they're sensitive to the way in which they challenge you. Maybe that's not a good thing.
I think you start to worry, don't you, about your own health and your kind of longevity or lack of it. So,
if I'm being honest, I guess she would have wanted me not to be getting into the position that I was getting into, and would most probably have been really disappointed about the fact that I was getting myself into that situation.
Would never appear in a photo, well, would appear in photographs, but would always hide behind people.
Oh, so not his confidence quite
Oh,
well.
massive. Yeah, not outwardly. If you'd met him, you'd think, oh, still the life and soul, but that was something that myself and his friends noticed as well. The people that we spend most time with sort of noticed that he would just not, he would like hide behind people.
This is a photograph I was telling you about way back, right at the very beginning of the programme. So that's me at 19. So a little bit of definition there, you know, not much spur going on, training virtually every day, got the beard going, so I'd most probably left school for about 6-7 months. I wouldn't have put myself in a position over the last few years where publicly I'd have been, you know, taking my top off on a beach, or I'd have been very, very self-conscious about that. In fact, not even just taking I'll go so far as to say that we've been very lucky. We've been abroad lots of times. We've got friends we go abroad with, and I'll have been conscious of the clothes that I'm wearing, never mind whether I'm taking my top off or not. If, when you look at you think, that's the time when you've got to say to yourself, well, it's fine to be you, mate, but you don't want to be like this, so you got to do something about it.
So I started to see Alex in about November time, and friends of mine have been going to see him previously, and so, you know, his name kept coming up in conversation, and so I think he was quite nosy and quite curious. Yeah, well, I think because he was really conscious when he started that he was the oldest.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know because I don't know who all the other people are, but probably the heaviest and unfittest.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing. I think that was a really big hurdle for him to overcome as well.
Right.
Because it wouldn't be enough just to turn up to the gym and beast myself.
Yeah.
Even if that's what I did,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be enough, because actually it wouldn't be making the sorts of differences that the entire plan has been making. I'm absolutely delighted with the way in which it's gone and is going.
Yeah.
By the time I get to the end of it, if the trend goes the way it's going now, I'll be 12, 13 kilos lighter. I'm not gonna look trim then, but psychologically I'm gonna know I achieved this in a 12-week period. 14 kilos. I can keep this going. Nutritionally, I can keep this going. Physically, I can keep this going. And I've said to myself in my head, but if we think of, I started in January this year, I'm looking at a 2-year programme of losing 4 to 5 stone.
Yes, he can push and he can lift and he can do that, but with Alex it is, you know, you have to start from scratch, and I think he's really appreciated that. And so he makes progress every week, and of course that's going to absolutely encourage anybody to keep going, isn't it? And if he doesn't, you know, if he doesn't have a particularly successful week, he won't like I'd be mortified if that was me, because I'm like really results driven, and I know he is as well, but he'll just like say, right, well there's got to be a reason for that, so I'll change this or I'll do that.
I had my blood pressure done, which I've done regularly, and it's the best it's been in 15, 16 years. And I had all the bloods come back this week, and they're the best that they've been in. I can't remember when they were that good.
Food, diet-wise, massive differences. I mean, as I said, I've always been a dieter. Steph's never really bothered too much, although never really overate. But is much more careful about what we both eat now. And he does all the food, which is great for me, so I don't have to worry about that. But also massive reduction in alcohol. Probably only drinks 1 night a week, and that's not every week now, you know, and that is a really big difference.
Physically, I started off this, I have a belt which I wear with most of my trousers on notch 2, and I'm now on notch 6. So that's a massive difference.
He wants it to be sustainable and teaching him habits for life and stuff, and I think that's what he's getting. That we've had false starts before, but you know, we're over halfway through now, and so I see that he is committed to it, and I think it's not just committed to the plan, it's committed to this is a lifestyle change. But at least he's where he is right now. You're never too old to start, you're never too overweight to start. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's unimportant. It's about making your own progress, and just go and do it. Don't wait, just go do it.
Especially if you're a guy approaching this, you know, my sort of age or older, and you're thinking, is it too late? Well, it just isn't too late, because it, you know, go right back to that phrase of the numbers are yours. You know, whatever you do is fine. You're just there to improve, and Alex is there to help.
Next time on The Man's Plan, Rob reveals a dark side from his past.
First he started taking tablets, and then I moved on to injecting myself.
And Dosser hates running.
Do you guys fancy doing a park run soon?
A what?
A little 5k park run.
Do a fuck.
Yeah? Just a little
running, yeah. 5k is for cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 5k.
Pack of walks.
I couldn't think of nothing worse.